Hello there guys, welcome back to Tykes TV. Thank you for joining as ever to the post-match reaction. Now usually we do have the guys on to talk about it, as you all know. That's what we've done all season. However, it's just me on this. We're going to be beginning you on with all the guys on tomorrow evening, so bear with us please. With it being so late and everything, I mean it's 20 to 11 now when I'm pressing record on this. So full time in the first leg, Barnsley 0, Swansea City 1. Andre Ayew getting the only goal of the game to beat the Reds to go back to Swansea City in the second leg with a 1-0 advantage. First off though, I have to say I'm very proud of the performance today from Barnsley. I have to say we had a good few chances in that game which, you know, probably should have took really, but that's football, and it's a cruel game, and you know, we've been done out by a bit of quality really from Andre Ayew. So yeah, I mean the fans returned, of course, which was, you know, wonderful to hear down the headphones when we were listening to the commentary and watching the game. And I think we set off really, really well. You know, I think the fans lifted us. We set off ever so well in that first half, and you know, I just don't think we tested the goalkeeper enough, if I'm honest. We had huge amounts of possession. You know, we created some half chances, but not enough to test the goalkeeper. And then, of course, their chance, it's a ball over the top from Kyle Norton, a lovely ball into Ayew. And I think, you know, it's a wonderful finish, absolutely wonderful finish from the lad. And that were really all Swansea had, you know what I mean? That were literally all they had, really, and they took it. And it reminded me a little bit of Norwich, you know. We were the better side in that game, and we were done out by 2 bits of quality, and they got themselves a point out of it. You know, Elic, you know, I was thinking, and I said watching the game, I said, don't let him cut inside, don't keep him, you know, get in, and he's backed off him, allowed him that extra yard, that extra second, and he's bent it round him into the far corner. Collins has no chance, and we're 1-0 down, you know, and it really, really, you could say undeserved, because I felt we were really on top in that game without hurting Swansea, and that's the key thing we've got to remember. We didn't really hurt Swansea in that first half enough, and one chance, you know, they buried it. It was a good response. It was a very good response. We saw Carlton Morris come on at half time for the second half, you know, and I think he brought, for a good 10-15 minutes, you know, we were alive straight away in that second half, and put Swansea under huge amounts of pressure. And you know, that chance, you know, from Callum Britton, you know, I think for me he's got to score that. He has to score that. We're talking playoff semi-finals here, you know, against a very well organised Swansea City team. It's a wonderful save from the goalkeeper, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from the goalkeeper, but I do feel as though Callum Britton will feel very annoyed at himself that he didn't finish that, because yeah, when a chance falls to you like that in games like this, you have to take it. I mean, wonderful save, but I think he does have to score. He really does. But we kept going. We battled hard. You know, I can't take anything away from that performance tonight. I felt we gave it everything. I think set pieces maybe could have been a little bit better, but other than that, you know, I think we did battle hard. Watching the game, you know, I couldn't be harsh on anybody. I thought, you know, we were just done by a bit of quality, and then after that, you know, Swansea really well organised. You know, anything they got, you know, they'd have took a draw before this game, and anything after that, a bonus, and they got the bonus 1-0. But we have to remember it's only half time. There's a second leg. To come on Saturday, and you know, it's not over by a long stretch. We have to start well, and we said, and I said in the preview, you know, if we were going to lose this game, we only lose it by 1 goal, and we did. You know, if we'd have gone 2-0 down and that, then it would have been a real uphill task, and we kept it at 1-0. You know, we kept Swansea out of the gate. You know, they didn't really have a look in that second half, really. It were mostly Barnsley, most of the ball, and we created a huge amount of chances we just couldn't put away. You know, DK, Woodrow and Morris. You know, Morris had another one where it were on his weak foot and he skied it over. Probably thought he could have done a bit better with that. Maybe at least got it on target. But it's not the end of the world, you know. There's still another 90 minutes to play, and in that 90 minutes we have to give Swansea what we've done tonight, but we have to be that bit more clinical, you know, throw a bit more firepower at them, because we have to score there. We've got to go there and score now. And have every faith that we can do. We've seen it away from home, these sides that we've gone to. You know, it's the third loss to Swansea this season. You know, hopefully, you know, psychologically that doesn't affect us. And you know, I'd like to see, you know, DK and Morris Morris from the start to give us, because what Morris offers you, he runs at them, and that's what he would do. As soon as he got on the ball, he runs at them, and and defenders hate that. They hate that when players are running at you, and I think that's what Morris does well. And yeah, listen, you know, I thought it were a very good performance. We have to hand it to Swansea. You know, very well organised, just a very lousy team to play against. I will say it. You know, just so well organised. It was so well organised. This is going to be tough going to the Liberty Stadium and get a result, but we've got to keep going. There's another 90 minutes to play, and fingers crossed we can do. You know, let's not let that goal get to us. Well done to the fans who went tonight. You know, they were really loud. You know, you could hear them, and they cheered the players off at the end. That shows how much of a very good display it was, and that wasn't just for tonight, but that was for the whole season and what they've gave us this whole season. You know, I'm very proud of the lads, very, very proud. But we have to take it to them in that game. We've got to score. You know, we don't score, we're out. It's as simple as that. But I can't be hard on them. That performance, you know, it was good. I have to say we just weren't really clinical enough on the day, and unfortunately, you know, in football, when you're not clinical enough, you do get punished. And you know, Swansea will be very happy with that. They really, really will, because we were, I'd say, pressuring them for a majority of that game. We just couldn't find the goal, and it's hard to take, really, when you've played. You know, you've had a lot of the ball, you've created some half decent chances, and you lose the game. It's football. It's what happens, and we've got to accept that. You know, we've got to accept that. But you know, let's see what happens on Saturday, guys. Let's see what happens. I'm very happy with the performance. You know, gutted for the result, but it ain't over by a long stretch of the imagination. We've got to get that first goal on Saturday, though. We have, and we'll obviously preview that. And I'm looking forward to speaking to the lads, all of them, tomorrow about that game, because yeah, there's a lot to get through. And like I said, you know, I'm really happy with it. You know, I just wish we could have been a bit more clinical, really. But let's see what happens. But my man of the match, God, who would you say, James? Man of the match. Could you pick one tonight? You don't know. Man of the match. I think Anderson defended really well, Eric. You know, apart from the goal, of course. You know, I thought letting Andre Ayew with his quality have that yard, it's, you know, he knows, you know, it's stuff like that. And listen, Eric's been a rock all season, do you know what I mean? And, you know, I think as a team tonight, it were really good that the togetherness showed. The togetherness did show. We just couldn't break Swansea down. It's as simple as that, you know what I mean? We'll go there, hopefully get that first goal, and then there's a game on. And listen, that goal tonight didn't go to the players' heads at all either, which were good to see. We kept at it, we stuck at it. And yeah. Other than that, you know, it were happy with it. You know, we've just got to go into that second leg. At least my head's gone. My head's gone on that. I have to say, my head has gone. You know, I was so nervous watching that game, but we've only lost 1-0. We're still in the game. Let's not lose sleep. We could go to Swansea, give them another game, and hopefully, you know, we can find the back of the net in that one. So, thank you for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe, and of course, give us a big like. And I will see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys. You Reds.